Magically Living is a space to help you elevate your energy, thoughts, and life, helping turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Life is too short for normal. Jump out of the matrix and into your manifest life. Join us weekly for podcast, coming in March, Tarot Tuesdays. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any great content. Lots of love, rainbow wins. Be good to yourself, you are worth it.
Hello, and welcome to Magically Living. This is the place where we make the ordinary extraordinary. So, a lot of people have been asking me to show up on camera, so I'm showing up. Hey, how's it going? This week we're going to be talking about water magic. Before I dive into this, I just kind of want to say a little disclaimer. Um, I'm gonna drink, not alcohol, and I will take sips of my drinks. If you want to see me on camera, I'm gonna be like comfortable as possible. I like the idea of enjoying this journey. Um, I know a lot of YouTubers get burnt out real quick. I know I don't have a ton of subscribers, but I do get messages and I respect whoever listens to this. So, I did have a question about why I don't really show up on camera. The reason is safety issues. I've had some issues in my life. I'm older now. I'm almost 50. But I've had issues in my life that I've had stalkers in my past and stuff. And right now it's always safety first. So, yeah, I mean, it's no secret where I live. But I live in a pretty awesome community and we look out for each other. So I feel very safe here. Um, yeah, and I watch too many freaking crime things. I fully admit that. I have a passion for crime. My mother did too. I think a lot of us do, considering I see the numbers on the videos. So, anyways, I'm pretty sure you gathered that with the water is around me. Um, I did get asked if this is my video footage or the pictures and videos that I use in these podcasts. Yes, they are. In fact, this video that you're watching behind me is considered a sacred spot to me, and it has been for many, many years. It now has endangerment signs and stuff like that because it is a natural spring for a major river. I found this before. Well, I mean, a lot of people knew about it. A lot of people got their spring water here. But this place holds a very special place to me because I found my first ammonite here. And if you don't know what an ammonite is, it's a snail shell that's been fossilized with all the dirt of time. I was actually standing right by this creek on this side, the depending where you are. I mean, left side of it, but I didn't cross the creek at that time. This video was from the other side of the creek. I normally tend to go actually in this area over here that you see at the top of my head. That's like one of my very, very favorite spots in this entire planet. As you can see, it's a cedar forest. There is a spring nearby, but I just feel amazing at this spot. And when I found the ammonite, I knew that was my sign that I had found something very special. And it was at a time that I really needed it. Um, I was also asked about, that's my Suki. I was also asked about, what was it? I just, it came in and went out, aren't you? Oh, about how long I've been practicing magic and why I practice it. Um, Magic, I think, is practiced by everybody. If you have a religious belief, or if you have a belief or faith in anything, that is a form of magic within itself. I was blessed. I was, studying magic and other things when it wasn't cool. I guess I can say I'm blessed now because people are actually seeking it out now. But most generally, I mean, I spent a lifetime people calling me weird and stuff like that. So I'm very resilient. I got kind of a thicker skin because of it. So I'm grateful for that. But I do offer a word of caution when you get into magic. Um, Use your senses. Like don't be thinking, I'm gonna be calling on the spirit or this elemental and they don't have thoughts and feelings that, they don't they want to be used. I mean, If you were going to do something, wouldn't you want to have payment? So before you go doing stuff like that, right? Build your relationships. Figure out if you can build a relationship with those certain elementals or energies or deities or beings or whoever it is that you're connecting with. There's so many different forms of magic that it's all really rooted to the same thing. It roots down to your thoughts and beliefs and how you utilize the elements and things around you. Um, Being able to create is our gift of this life. That is one of the major gifts. We have choice and we have creation. We create our food, we create our clothes since the beginning of time. So therefore, there is just magical purpose in it. So instead of making things like this just our ordinary, we get dressed, or we just are ordinary, um, what we're eating in our food, if we take time, it changes the elements. I've always said food tastes better after you pray over it. Being grateful for your food literally changes the flavor of your food, and you can change the molecules and everything in your food by simply sitting with it for a few minutes. We call it magic, but I mean, science is catching up, and science is like, hey, this stuff is real. We can like influence things. Quantum physics is picking up. So, it's just a matter of time. And why do I share this? Well, I've been a I've been an advocate of this for a very long time. And what's the use of having knowledge if you can't share it with people and make their lives better as well? It just never made sense to me. Um, there was a time I did pull away from people. I found that people were being cruel and stuff. And yeah, there are good and bad in life, and there are times of periods of rest and healing and recuperation, and then there's times of growth. We just got to respect our journey and where we're at. Now, I've been babbling on here there, so I'm going to get into it. Let's talk about some water magic. Water magic, water magic, water magic. Ooh, oh, it's such a vast subject. Air magic, fire magic, earth magic. It's all very vast, and truthfully, it all stems right back to earth magic. But earth magic is mainly the representation of like the rocks, the earth, the solid foundations. Where water magic is just necessary for all life. Just like air, just like fire, we need all these elements to survive on this planet. It doesn't matter what being you are, we all need that. We need the fire of the sun, we need the winds for air and breath and freshness. We need earth to live on, to sustain, to give us our root needs. And when we combine these elements, with water and fire, we end up with what we drink: healing teas, food, soups, you name. I mean, it just goes on and on. So I'm going to do my best to just kind of ring a maru with some water magic, because some of this you may already know. Dr. Emoto became very famous for and received a Nobel Peace Prize um, for showing that intentions affect water. Whether it's positive intention or negative intention, it actually affects water. Water is alive. It's got its own memory. It's just such a cool entity, really. They believe water is in space. It's all over the different planets. It's all over the universe. And just simply looking at it, like, how magical is that? Like, I am always in awe. When you sit by a body of water, do you not take a moment to look at it? You know, it's it's refreshing on a cool day. I mean, on a warm day, it cools you off, and on a cool day, it just turns into this icicle wonderland. The water is amazing how it evaporates and it turns, into these little tiny particles that carry within the air. And it amazes me because it seeps down through and it freezes and oh, it gives life to everything on this planet. Like how amazing is that? But yeah, I mean going on and on here. But Dr. Emoto was like really smart in how he was teaching people how you would have a glass of water, that you could repeat things to that water, and it could set the intention to that water. He also did it with the rice, I believe, or somebody else had done that. So don't quote me on the rice one, but the proof is literally in the pudding. There's so many people that manifest with water, people heal with water. They're now getting into, using color water healing. They're using sound water healing. People understand that when you're around streams of water or bodies of water, there are negative ions in the air, and those negative ions are medicine for the body. I know you hear the word negative, you're like, I don't know, but it's a true statement. These negative ions make you feel not only better, but they boost your immunity. They feed your body the nutrients that it needs. Because although people believe that drinking water is like a form of getting water into your body the best way, it actually is not. I mean, yeah, there's water that gets absorbed through drinking water. However, having a healing bath, the water absorbs through our skin. Anything that hits our skin is absorbed within 23 seconds. So our particles around in our air and our water are very important. They're seeping through our skin. Our skin is a living organism and it loves water. That's why your skin feels so nice after a shower or a bath, or when you get out of a lake. Um, the E. coli, it doesn't just seep through your nose or in your eyes or in your mouth. It seeps through the body. Um, Water is very, very vital. So even if you're breathing in water, so if you're near the water and these negative ions are around, water again is getting into the system. It's getting into the body. It's getting into the skin. It's getting into the breath. Just amazing. So, and then setting intentions, even saying a meditation beside water amplifies the energy because water is memory. Water just remembers everything. And they have studies now and everything. I believe Deepak Chopra got into this one. They were looking into how water is affected going through the piping system, that it's actually starting to die going through these piping systems because it's going and moving in unnatural ways. And it's getting treated with all these chemicals and it's trying to hold itself. So places right here, like in my video behind, are so essential because these are springs, natural springs. This one here actually feeds Bronte Creek in Mississauga, which is just outside of Toronto. Um, I'm glad that they put a signage up for it. I do get a little bit nervous when I mention these spots because I don't want people to go and use these spots and hurt them in any way. Um, I'll make a mention of it right now just to see and see how it goes. But I will tell you, the neighbors do monitor the spot. You might not see neighbors in the area, but water makes noise travel. And there are places all around here, and they will not hesitate to call the police. And I'm grateful for that. This place is to be preserved. And if you do show up there, you're going to see that there is signage from people previous to the government putting up signs saying, use the water at your own risk because there is a well there. It's a man-made well by locals. We've understood that this is a spring for quite some time. The fact that it's very dark, it means it's very rich in iron. There's a lot of iron content in there. But overall, it is just a magnificent spot. I do miss it so it was close to where I used to live. I have gone back a couple of times since I've lived here in Niagara Falls. But I gotta tell you, I mean, say I do win the lottery. I have never really done magic on the lottery. Maybe I should do that. But I believe in consequence, like the law of balance. Ralph Waldo Emerson speaks a lot about the laws and the balance. They spoke about him in the Book of the Secret. Yeah, I was on that hype back in the day. First thing I manifested was a free coffee. And I've been manifesting since. I really do like The Secret. Um, I find that when you're manifesting, though, you got to find your own little way. But with water, when you're literally like just thinking, or if you need to say it aloud over to your water, declare to the water, this is this is yours. You know that it's working out. It's going to work out in the best favor for you, and whatever feels right for you, you can implement that in your water, and that will become a manifestation. A lot of people quantum leap with water. The 2 cup water method, that was really big back in the day. I say back in the day, I mean, because it's been going around for years and years. Um, but holy water, I mean, we use water to bless ourselves, to get rid of curses. We use water to replenish, to cleanse, to clean. Um, and it's just such an amazing piece of the whole puzzle of our beautiful, vast universe. It's just such a gift. So I'm going to ask you the next time that you wash your hands, go anytime that you're near water, just to say a little prayer of thanks. Thanks for sustaining you, for sustaining the planet, the trees, everything. Because without water, there's no life. So I could go into about like a lot of different water magic things. But all I'm going to say to you is I'm going to invite you to use water any way that feels right for you. If you put it in a spray bottle, you can put your intentions in there. You can change the color towards your intentions. You can even put crystals in there. If you put crystal in there, of course, be careful that you put them in there. Don't make sure that's not toxic crystals or crystals that will fall apart in water. You can also charge the water with crystals beside it. You can charge it with sunlight. You can charge it with moonlight. You can charge it with singing, dancing, anything that you feel that can put into it. Use water in baths and healing teas when you're drinking. Take a moment, just do a little, put your little je ne sais quoi, put your little on it. Oh, you showed a piece of what I'm working on. Um, Behind me, I'm working on some artwork. I am an artiste, you know, that is kind of my bag. But I'm also nature forest therapy guide. Um, oh gosh, I do a lot of stuff. I've enjoyed learning my whole life, and I enjoy teaching. I enjoy helping and sharing that knowledge. So that's the end of today's podcast. Today's podcast actually is the last time it's being shown on Rainbow Winds, because that's just going to go straight to angel messages. And if you see this today, lucky you, because you're going to have the heads up for Tarot Tuesdays. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to pre-record the messages. But I think for the very first Tarot Tuesday, I'm just going to show up live. I don't even know if I can go live on Magickally Living yet. I'm going to have to figure that out one step at a time. Um, yeah, got some things on the go here. Some courses are coming up. Uh, yeah, so much on the go. I'm just so grateful that you're here and joining me. If you are watching from the Rainbow Winds channel, I'm going to invite you to go over to Magickally Living. It's actually, I'll put it on the screen here when I do the editing. And yeah, I'd love to see you come over there. So it's gonna be Tarot Tuesdays, so I can use the regular tarot decks on Tuesdays. And I'm thinking on Thursdays we can do some magical projects. Like we can either create things for magical tools, or we can start doing spells together. What do you think? Let me know, okay? You know, I know a lot of people don't comment in the comment section. Please don't be afraid to comment. It's okay. I do get emails and I appreciate them. But it's okay. Make a comment in the section below, and then you never know, because somebody might spin off of that idea and give a better idea or just agree. Uh, well, it's time for me to go. Ooh, neighbors are yelling. Gotta go. Lots of love.